Let's keep it short and sweet because it's Friday. In terms of business. So this is one of the questions that I asked myself before starting my business. You know, I had a very good life, six-figure job, winning 2 free trips to Mexico, all that jazz that I think that people say they want, big house, cars, all those things. But I wasn't super fulfilled. So I speak, and when I do, recently, especially when I'm talking about business, I like to ask this question when I start out. So as you listen to this, try to answer this question, okay? The first thing I ask people to do is ask everybody in the room, stand up. Everybody stand up. If the question applies to you, stay standing. If it doesn't, sit down, okay? So same thing with you, okay? So the minute the question doesn't apply to you anymore, you bow out. Right, so the first question is, how many of you know the first and last name of both of your parents? Usually, most people stand up, depending on if I'm speaking at schools or something like that, or, a lot of people don't know that, but a lot of people do. The second question is, how many of you know the first and last name of both sets of grandparents? Most everybody stays up, some sit down. Then it's, how many of you know the first and last name of all of your great grandparents? That's when the room starts to thin out a little bit. The last question is, how many of you know the first and last name of every one of your great-great-grandparents? By this point, usually every person in the room is sitting down. So then I explained to him why I asked this question, and it's really simple. It's about legacy. Unless you do something remarkable with your life, unless you do something to leave your mark, to leave your legacy, in 3 generations, your name will be forgotten. In 3 generations, nobody in your family will even be able to recite your name if you don't go out and do something to make your life magical and leave your mark. I'm gonna leave you with that on this Friday. Go out, leave your mark, make your life magical, make that dash on your tombstone count.